Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between.
Hey, bud.
Hey, dude, what's going on?
Not too much. Just got back from a really cool trip.
Yeah, you were over in California, North Cal?
Yeah, all over Northern California, down into like Bakersfield, California, and then back out through Nevada. But I actually stopped at a place I've always been curious to go.
No, what's that?
Lake Tahoe. Actually.
Oh, dude, that sounds just like the strain we're talking about.
That's a coincidence, because it is.
Ah.
It's white Tahoe cookies.
Ooh, white Tahoe cookies.
Yeah, this is a crazy Indica dominant hybrid made from the white Tahoe OG and random Girl Scout cookies cut.
You know, when you said white Tahoe cookies reminds me of a suburban mom driving around in a white Tahoe and her kids got cookies all over the floor. You know what I'm talking about.
It's funny.
Shit mashed into everything.
The woman that I remember driving a white Tahoe had kids, but she didn't really do any interactions with them because her focus was her sugar daddy, who was a businessman flying back and forth to China, and he bought her condo and her white Tahoe. So I always just imagined this single woman, that's basically what it seemed like, driving around in a white Tahoe.
Yeah, and spilling cookies everywhere.
Probably.
Yeah, I really like this one. One of the oddest things about when we tried this in flower, and when you're pulling it in and the exhale after, you get this aftertaste of almost like movie theater butter popcorn. I know it sounds odd.
It leaves that buttery feeling across your tongue.
Yeah, you got to get that shitty Orville Redenbacher
Movie
crap.
theater butter.
Yeah.
Throw it in the microwave. You pull it out and your hand's all greasy.
Yeah, and your soul's greasy.
But that was to start with.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You know your soul's greasy. But yeah, it was very unique flavor, but it starts out kind of like this weird path throughout the body. Where's the path that it's going to take it through you physically? Where are you going to start feeling it once it starts activating?
Yeah, I felt it right in my beard and my cheeks. And then within really short amount of time, up over my eyes. And then it settled down into my neck and shoulders. And by the end of the bowl, it was down in my toes, tingling, and not really in my head at all. Pretty focused, kind of creative, chatty, overall like a really good, happy euphoria.
Yeah, the cheeks hit me in the cheeks. It got more in my forehead a little bit. It's kind of stayed there, and I feel a little bit in my back. I don't feel it in my toes as much. But again, your endocannabinoid systems are always going to be slightly different from others, but definitely in many of the same areas that you described. Very lucid strain. We actually partook right before we jumped on to record this episode, and it's great. Slight cotton mouth.
Definitely cotton mouth, yeah.
I got slight. It's not as bad as it normally can get.
See, I'm 2 bowls in, though.
Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, I'm about a bowl. So 2 bowls, definitely. And that's another thing talking about, like, it's a really smooth pull. However, if you take a really big hit, like you're trying to make clouds, this is going to be a little harsh. I probably cough for a good 30 seconds after.
Yeah, same here. I had a good solid hit, and it gave me a good cough for a bit.
Isn't that strange, though? Because there are strains that, maybe have a little bit different type of terp profiles. It's going to be a little harsher, right? Yep. I always go to strawberry cough. Like, that thing is rough. It really is.
That thing hits me so hard every time.
The other strain I tried, I told you in the car, cherry berries. Great tasting, very candy-ish distillate, but harsh.
Distillates always make me cough.
Yeah, true.
The most prevalent terpene for white Tahoe is actually caryophyllene. This one actually has decent THC levels, So it's like mid to high 20s
Yeah.
on THC. Pretty like trichome covered, beautiful nugs.
Did you see that picture I put up on Facebook? And it was so close. The trichomes. They didn't look like the frost that you see on that. They look like all these like little alien fingers coming up.
Oh, I love those pictures of just trichomes super zoomed in. Those are some of my favorite. And if you can tell like if they're clear trichomes or cloudy, or if they're bringing in like amber colors, that's actually one. This one is a very like olivey green, beautiful colors on that, but with like purples and oranges coming through. And in that dusting of trichomes, you'll actually see like amber or purplish colored trichomes, depending on the grower. And in certain lights, like, it's just a beautiful strain.
Yeah, and then one thing that I would say on this, it was kind of funny where at first we talked about, I was getting the munchies, you were getting the munchies, and then it dissipated.
Yeah, I don't have crazy munchies now.
No, so I would say this is if you're trying to lose weight, if you're just trying to watch what you eat, and especially nighttime is really bad, especially for cannabis consumption and food. But I would say, like, you know what, smoke it, wait about 10-15 minutes before you think about getting into any food, and just saying, you know, I could just sip on some water or maybe have something mild. Because before, bro, I'm like, let's go to Del Taco. I'm getting
got some pretty solid munchies.
Burrito, and you know, and I haven't had soda in like forever, and I'm like, I'm gonna get myself a Diet Coke. And now it's after, it's like, you know what? I'd probably get something pretty mild and no drink. I'll just have the water. And it's a good one. It's, if you're not wanting the munchies, this is a good one, as long as you can wait that period and, you know, have a little bit of self-control, you heathen, and just go, okay.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's surprisingly like citrusy smells too. Did you get nuts? I got nutty smells.
No, I haven't put any nuts in my mouth. Appreciate you.
No, I said smells.
No. I got the fruity. I got the fruity overtones.
I did get some on the taste. I got a lot more fruity, kind of like fruits, herby, and a little bit earthy just on the exhale.
I only got the buttery part. That's it. That's all I got. But you
lots
know,
of butter.
I just got over being really sick, and so my taste buds are kind of resetting. So that's probably why, which is good. And I would say that too. Look, with COVID going around, and or just the flu, or hey, how about being human and you just get sick? That shit happens.
Yeah.
This is a good one to ease out of that. I was really nervous. This was my first. I just went through about a week and a half tea break. So I did a whole tolerance break for over a week.
Champion right there.
You know what? The thing, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad, because I felt like shit, and I'm like, yeah, I know THC probably would have made me feel a lot better, and I had some CBD, but I didn't have any high THC amount. You know, I mean, it was a full spectrum, so you know, it had, you know, trace amounts of THC in there, but full on tea break. You know, for me, it's usually probably about a gram and a half a day of flour for me. And Brandon's smiling because he's like, those bitch numbers.
No, I used to go through so much. I don't socially partake as much as I used to. I used to host every Sunday a weekly church meeting and have friends over all the time. Now I feel like it's every once in a blue moon, so usually it's just me.
Well, your house has changed, and you know, but I mean that changes a lot of things. Plus, you know, people just, they get old, and some things they get settled into, and some things they just move on from. But yeah, dude, this is like a great strain to ease out of a tolerance break. It's not too heady, not too body, very lucid, like Brandon said, but yeah, this is a great one. Smooth pulls, great taste. Brandon got some fruits and nuts. That's cool. I didn't. I just got the butter.
Definitely buttery. Yeah.
Yeah, that first pull, like that's what you're gonna feel.
I mean, it's been for me an hour since the beginning, and I still have very buttery like residue all over.
That was good. I liked it. I would say definitely this is a strain for sitting down, watching, or getting ready to go out to the movies. Hey, your ass should go out to the movies. Why not? Go out, be social, see something funny or crazy cool.
It is a very chatty strain.
Oh, yeah. And go sit up at the top and get totally blitzed out as much as you can on this.
Get some popcorn.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
This one's actually used for insomnia. It helps with loss of appetite. So, because it helps with like gastrointestinal issues.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's actually good for munchies. That's one of the more common side effects of this strain, is supposed to be the munchies, but it helps with like nausea, chronic pain, inflammation. That's really with the gastrointestinal issues, depression. So it's a really good all-around strain. I was surprised the most common reported effect was arousal from this strain, but it's also supposed to be like super creative, phoric, happy, like a very chatty strain.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't know about the arousal thing, but that was kind of weird right now. You're like, hey, bro, that was good.
Some damn good stuff. How you doing?
I'm as stiff as a surfboard right now. You can take me out. I didn't get any of that. I mean, everything else that you said, yeah, absolutely. Great social strain. Most strains are social. I would say those who are just, having a little bit more difficulty being able to interact. Maybe you got some family coming over and you're like, Uncle Tom's an asshole. I don't like talking to him. Cool. This is a good strain. It's great to be around people, even if you're not really fond of them.
Yeah, right? Takes off the edge. You're like, I can tolerate them.
So give us a review, man. What somebody said about this strain that was either funny or just like, wow.
I didn't find any crazy funny ones, but this one smokes very well. The high left nothing to be desired. Well balanced between body and mind. Found myself spacing out trying to order a sandwich, much to the chagrin of the sandwich maker. I wish I could give it 4.5 stars. I think they might still be on some of the white Tahoe cookies.
Right, because it almost tapered off at the end like, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Right, but they're like, I'm actually smoking this as I'm...
He was probably ordering the sandwich, and that's why he's just like, shit, I don't even know, where am I? I wouldn't do that to me. Great. Just, again, this would be, I would actually suggest, you just got into cannabis. It's been your second visit to your dispensary because you went nuts and bought a bunch of different strains and got yourself a little bag and it's all cute and all ready to go. You've got that going. Awesome. This is a new strain to introduce.
Yeah, it's a good second strain.
Yeah, I would say.
Second round.
So yeah, if you, wherever your local dispensaries are at, out here in Utah, we got Curaleaf, is that right? Is it Curaleaf or?
We have a Dragonfly. We might have a Curaleaf as well, actually. We have a Wholesome Co.
Oh, yeah. Cannabis Co. first.
And the Cannabis.
And Cannabis. Hey, you're here in Utah. I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Cannabis. They are in a city. What city in Springville?
Springville, yeah.
Yeah, got a great pharmacist out there. If you are thinking about it and you're just like, I don't know, I need more information. If you're a Utah listener, go make the trip. It's worth it. Great people out there. We don't know a whole lot of people out of the other dispensaries, but yeah.
Yeah, the Cannabis people are trying all their products, at least, I can say, too. So they are well versed in the experience you can look for and what you're going to get and continuous learning. I've always enjoyed the interactions with those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very knowledgeable, but also not just book smart. Like they know because they've tried it.
Yeah, they're people.
They're real people. Yeah. Also, go to our Patreon. We are so appreciative of all those that are supporting us right now. And you can do anything. It's just as little as $1 a month to be able to help support the show. We greatly appreciate it, but we don't want to guilt you into it. Maybe a little. So if you get a chance, go over there, visit our Patreon. That'll be in the show notes below. I appreciate the help. Is there anything else we're leaving out?
No, just been thinking of creating like a community of actual place you can go to ask us questions, that you can connect with the audience, that we can just have that community. Wanting to hear from you guys, go ahead and throw your ideas down in the comments or shoot us an email over at hosts@cannabisschool.us. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Hey, and with that, have yourself a very, very good day.
Take care.